Super nicely again was privately owned as a pet, and again, tigers do not make good pets. So we're super happy to have him here and be able to provide him the appropriate care and habitat that he needs. And then Mika back there was born at Tigerwood. I believe she's 7 or 8 years old. We celebrated her birthday last summer. And she's a super good girl. So I'm really happy that we were able to introduce these guys. And then later on in the feed, you'll actually see some tigers who have not yet been introduced. So they're still working on becoming friends. So in the wild, tigers are solitary. They don't live in big groups like lions do. But the reason that they can live together in captivity is because they don't have to compete over things like food or space or resources. And a big part of that is making sure that we feed them separately so they don't ever feel the need to compete over anything. And it's nice for them to be able to have a friend, have a companion, kind of enriches their lives. And the reason they're separate, they live solitary in the wild, is not because they don't like other tigers or anything like that. It's just because there's simply not enough resources to go around. There's not enough space. Humans are encroaching on their habitat. There's not enough meat or game or anything like that. And then next door we have Angel and Joy. Angel is actually the oldest tiger we have on property. He turned 18 just a couple weeks ago. So he's the big male in the back, and you can see that the males are quite a bit bigger than the females. You can see how much bigger Shirkahn was than his friend Mika in the den. And then Angel is a bit bigger than Joy there. And if you guys remember earlier how I was talking about how we don't advocate the declawing of our cats, Joy had a botched declaw job, and you can see that she's actually missing 2 of her front toesies.
Standing here awkwardly, sorry. I'm waiting for the meat to come. Did you tell them Angel and Joy's story?
Not yet.
Not yet. These guys were actually found during a drug bust down in Charlotte. So the DEA called us and called the USDA and said, hey, we were expecting to find drugs. We found some tigers as well. Can you guys help us out? So again, people who take these animals in as pets or guard animals think that it's easier to work amongst them if they declaw them. It's like chopping off the first part of your finger, so it is a tedious process.
And then Joy gets fed in her den, and you guys can get a nice up-close view of her being fed.
You had a couple years ago a couple of tigers, I believe, that were rescued because they kept in very small cages so that the muscles were atrophied, and they were there for a long time.
Okay.
Make it fit through that grid.
I want to say these guys have been here longer than that. I haven't. You don't remember their names at all, do you?
Tori, do you have a knife?
Liz,
Liz, do you have a knife?
I don't. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I just remember that their leg muscles were just like pencil thin. They had just no muscles at all.
Brandon, do you have a
So
knife?
you encouraging them to walk and try to build them up as best as possible. So I just watched them. Because they look awfully healthy. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I think they've been here longer than that, to be honest with you. Like I said before, Angel is 18, Joy is 17. Tigers do live longer in captivity than they do in the wild, of course, because they don't have to hunt for their food. We give them their meals every day on the dot with all the supplements they could possibly need. They don't have to deal with hunters or anything like that. They get routine veterinary care and vaccinations. So Angel is the oldest tiger on site. In the wild, tigers would live to be about 10 to 12 years old, and in captivity they can live longer, like 15 to 18, like Angel there. And then lions actually can be a bit longer. So next door we actually have the oldest cat on site, and she is 21 years old. So we'll get to meet her in